Hi, my name is Sydney Hall, and I'll be going over my reasoning and for the questions that I've answered. I will be looking down just a little bit, just looking at the questions and answers that I've put down and submitted through Canvas. So for number one, an example that I put down to illustrate the concept of circular causation is in the case study. An example of a circular causation is that when Victor's behavior mainly stems from his parents fighting. So essentially, when Jenny and Pedro begin to fight, Victor begins to present these behaviors that temporarily stops his parents from fighting. And these arguments can definitely emotionally damage Victor because of the cycle of endless stress that his parents are kind of putting in the family system. For number two, a benefit of family counseling versus individual counseling is that in family counseling, it allows everyone to present their issues to whomever may helps them resolve these issues. So one thing I put is that I would definitely choose family counseling versus individual counseling for Pedro, Jenny, and Victor because there are some concerns that one person shouldn't handle or be blamed on. Essentially, everyone in the family should be kind of liable for all the issues that are presented in the family system and not just being relied on just one person. So I think family counseling is a way to address the relationship issues between everyone in the family. So that includes Pedro, Jenny, and Victor. Number three, some things I noticed of examples of process versus content is that Jenny definitely provides the example of process versus content. So when Jenny describes Pedro as pathetic while rolling her eyes, this definitely reflects on how Jenny is towards Pedro's feelings. She can be very dismissive and cause the tension in the family. Jenny gives examples of process because of how she says it. So it could be the tone of her voice, the way her body language, rolling her eyes. That all represents the process and process versus content. Number four says, identify one example of content, and I put that Jenny describes how Pedro or states how Pedro had an affair, and that is the main reason she is upset and that there is lots of tension. So she is stating the fact that Pedro had an affair, and that is one of the arising issues that the family has, and the constant outbreaks of fighting between Pedro and Jenny. And last but not least, number five, it talks about how Victor is acting out kind of violently by throwing lamps and other things in the home and making the household kind of feel tense in a way. So I want to talk about how Victor's acting out behavior kind of serves as a way to kind of maintain the family system, also known as homeostasis. The reason why Victor's behavior kind of corresponds with homeostasis is because Victor wants his parents to stop fighting. So the only way to temporarily kind of stop that issue is for him to kind of to act out on kind of just give that violent behavior to stop his parents from fighting. This kind of just helps Victor in a way get the attention and to stop his parents from fighting or hearing his parents fight. So that's why he has these outbreaks, and it's to help stabilize his family, even if it creates kind of new problems, such as like his behavior. So that's kind of why Pedro and Jenny are concerned for Victor, based on the types of behavior that he is presenting to them. So yeah.